Hey there, it's finally here, the Haslab Ghost. Let's take a look.
Commence primary ignition.
Well, friends, fans, and collectors, it has taken well over a year, but they did get it here to us on the last day of fall before winter starts, and it is quite the excellent beast. This gigantic product, this is the largest box I have ever received. This is the biggest Hasbro product I've ever had to get into my little studio. And I am so excited because I have no idea where I'm gonna put it yet. But here it is in hand, our Haslab Ghost. I'm so happy that it's finally here. Let's take a closer look. Now, Haslab, as everybody knows, is the crowd-funded version of Hasbro products. These products range from all the different brands they have, and every few years we are so graciously blessed with a vintage collection model. Now, this is one that we've been asking for as collectors for years and years and years. The Ghost is the famous vehicle from the animated show Star Wars Rebels. This show was on Disney XD back in the day, but now luckily it can be found in its entirety on Disney+. If you haven't seen it, take a look. If you have seen it and want just a great run through again, take a look at this amazing show. But that's where this beautiful vehicle is from. Here we have the front of the box a little bit more close up. We have the excellent silver piping around the outside and the Kenner logo on the bottom that lets us know this is the vintage collection. Here we have a closer image of the front of the box. I really love that we have an image of the vehicle with figures that are in play on the front. It really brings in the playability and just the realism of these vehicles. We have the silver piping on the outside, the Kenner logo on the bottom. We have the Ahsoka title in the silver piping because of course that's what they're pushing now, even though we all know that this Ghost is famous from the Rebels show. It is of course flown by Hera Syndulla, who is down here talking with Ahsoka. We also have a small image of the other vehicle we get, which is the escape pod, or the Phantom 2. So the Phantom 2 can be seen right here in the bottom corner. And I really am hoping that we're gonna get a Phantom 1 eventually that'll click right in as well. But here it is, the front of the Ghost. We also have the special figures that are included in this set. So we have 4 of the members of the Ghost Squad of Spectre 1. We have Ezra Bridger, Hera Syndulla, Kanan Jarrus, and Garazeb Aurelius. We have the Haslab logo in the upper right-hand corner, and a pretty great-looking, gigantic box. So, I mean, you can look for scale here, but, I mean, this is me. This is the box. This could fit, if I were to crunch down into a ball, this could fit 2 of me inside of it, which is ridiculous. But, so excited. Let's give this a twist. We'll see the sides. Spun that big box around. You can see the side here. Now we have the Haslab signature boxing, which is this white boxing, which we used to see back in the day, back in the 70s. It also mirrors the Kenner design, which we love about the vintage collection. But whereas the box mainly has color on the front, the rest of the box is the vehicle in the image sapped of color. I'm gonna do an active spin around here in the box so you guys can see how gigantic this is. But here we go, we're gonna see the back side of the box now. As you can see, it's to scale with me how large this beast is. But as you can see, we have the same image that was on the front, sapped of color. We have the nice white along the sides, no silver piping. The Ahsoka label is the only thing that's going to be in color here. But we also have the vintage collection logo, which we did not have on the regular one. So really beautiful, beautiful packaging. It's the same side paneling on the other side, which is the image of the Ghost. But I will show that as well. But it's with the Ahsoka logo. That's kind of bigger, and the whole thing is inverted. Whereas we got it flying vertically in this one, it's horizontal. Each way you can display the box, you can see what's inside. Here we have the top side of the packaging. Now this is a really great display of the playability of the Ghost. We have all the crew members there in the bottom, the active bubble turret that 360 spins around with a figure in it, someone getting into the Phantom 2. We have all the crew there in the cockpit, them chilling in the chill zone, the active ladder that takes you between decks, which is so cool, and the turret in the nose that can be fit by a full-size figure. Really great pictures, and I can't wait to see all these playability options once it's out of the box. Here we have the underside of the boxing, which also has some more display options here. We have all 4 of the figures that come in the box that are standing in front of the Ghost, which is looking great. We have a great detailed shot of the engine design, the empty chill room right there, and the Phantom 2. Since the Razor Crest, they've come really far in terms of how they're packaging this. Now, of course, we get the beautiful instructions right here on top. I'll take a flip through those later, but let's see what's out in the box first. But the instructions on top. And as you can see, each one of these boxes has the image of the Ghost, and it also says the Vintage Collection logo on it. So very nice, very classy way of displaying these. Still cumbersome, still great, but not as wild as the Styrofoam was. This section also has our Phantom 2, our engines, and our side quadrants. The Phantom 2 really is quite beautiful. Really love the design of this ship. These next 2 are quite heavy, so I assume that they're the big old body. Ooh! Oh, she a big girl. Yeah. Main body of the Ghost. Absolutely gorgeous. Here we have all the pieces out of the box. Now, a lot of them laid out here. A whole bunch of accoutrements on the top right here. We have the engines, the main body. Here we got to look at the pieces outside of the box. Whole bunch of big old bits we're going to snap on together and create the Ghost we've been waiting for. But take a look at this big old body. Look at that. Yeah, she thick. Just like we've seen with other previous larger vehicle models, we have these pegs. You can slide them into place, they're gonna click, and once they click into place, they're gonna stay there. So let's snap these pieces together. Looks like we got 4 quadrants, 2 sides, and the engines. As we go into more of a review of this, I'm gonna be happy to show off all the little bits and pieces. But here is the big vehicle itself. We have the Phantom 2 here on the back. It snaps in and off, snaps right on back. And we have the 4 figures, the 4 members of the Ghost crew who come with the ship. Here's a look at the 4 figures that came with the Haslab Ghost. Now, this is one of the first times we're seeing the Rebels logo in the Star Wars silver piping there. Very exciting. Now, these are special exclusive carded figures that came with the Haslab, so they are not on the Vintage Collection line. They have special designations on the back, which I will show you, but they start off at 3, 4, 5, and 6. Of course, the first 2 exclusive Vintage Collection Haslab things came with the Razor Crest, and they were the Jawa Elder and Grogu. Perfectly pristine, beautiful, unique, and exclusive, just like we expect out of these Haslab Vintage Collection offerings. The card back depicts the mural that was shown in the end of the series. It's a really, really beautiful way to depict this, and a very special, unique card that sticks out especially to us Rebels fans. Here we have the backing of these carded figures. They have some nice flavor text. Unfortunately, it's just same flavor text throughout all 4 figures. Here we have all 6 of the figures that are meant to be in the mural together. These 2, as I mentioned, were Hasbro exclusives that were debuted at a different time than the Ghost. It's really nice to have them all lined up like this. Sabine and Chopper with the other 2, and they have their own flavor text on the back of their card back. And uniquely enough, they are part of the normal line. So Sabine is number 332 and Chopper's number 333. Thanks for watching the unboxing. Be sure to stay tuned for the review, the in-depth review of the Ghost itself, which will follow later. This is a really great piece to add to our collections. I hope all of yours arrived. I hope you all had a great holiday or having a great new year. Stay safe, stay sane, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.